Hey everybody! Okay, so I'm here to share my lace book project with you all. This is a swap for Tisha. Hi Tisha, and as you know, Tisha has already sent me her book, and I've opened it up, and it was beautiful. And it was tough for me to stick to what I do and not try to be influenced by the beauty of her book. I'll just say it that way. I mean, I've seen some on, I've seen a couple of videos because I was watching how other people put theirs together. And as you know, I also made a small lace book earlier in the year to kind of test out what I wanted to do. And so after having done that and after having looked at a couple of videos, I decided I was going to try and, have my style come through in my book. So not only is this a swap for Tisha, I have also used this as a design team project for Esme and her store, Crafty Me, on Facebook. So if you're interested in a lot of these laces, I would say 95% of the laces that I have used in my book are actually from her store, or that she has gifted some items to me. So yeah, I just want you to know that. So if you're looking for some of the lace, it's probably going to come from Esme's store, and I will attempt to let you know when it isn't. Okay. So let me first say that Tisha's request was for a cherub-themed book. Mine was butterflies and flowers, and hers was cherubs. So here is my book, and I hope you guys can see it okay. I do have some things underneath, which I may have to move around because it's going to cause problems. There's some spools. See, I haven't cleaned up yet. So here's the book. This is the cover of the book. And I had toyed around with making it this way, but then I thought I would be able to use it better, use the space better if I did it like this. So it opens up to the side. And along the spine, this is a corset lace that Esme sells in her shop. And you can see it's got lace on both sides of it, and then it's got the lacing. And it's much longer than this. I cut it down and removed the ribbon first, and then cut it down to the size of the binding. And it's tied here at the bottom. So you can cut them, just make sure that you don't cut the ribbon too. Unless you're going to use a different ribbon. Then it doesn't matter. Okay, so I know you can't see the lace underneath very well. I'll show you the back, because the back is exactly like the front is, except it doesn't have this pair of angel wings that are on the front, and it doesn't have the dangle charm that I made. I put some feathers here on this gold chain, and also some pearls, because the book has a lot of it's all done in gold and creams and beiges, and so that's kind of the theme of the book. So if you looked here also, I have some resin flowers, and these flowers are from my stash, and then there's laces all layered up here underneath my my little tassel here. You can see they're all layered up underneath, going in this direction, and then this one is a dangle lace. So I know that my book is not like a lot of others that even Tisha's, because it is more my style, and I think my style is a lot more simple in the style. And there's no right or wrong way to do it, in my opinion. Do it with your style. Don't try to copy somebody else's style. Make sure that it's your own. And so that's what I was trying to do, and that's why I didn't want to open her package. I was trying to keep it, to my style. So here are the actual laces. You can see them better on the back of the book. There is that corset lace, and then this one actually is a neck piece. It was a big circle, and I cut it. So it's actually more of like a rounded sort of edge to it. And then this one is a scallop, and I think this is actually from my stash. And then this one is a gold lace that Esme sells, and this one definitely is something that Esme has in the store. I believe she has one in white. And then underneath here on the back side, I have my stamp. I actually used sticky back canvas for my book, and at the end of the video I'll kind of show you a little bit of what it looked like before I decorated. It's not really a process video, but it shows you the base of the book because I made the base. So if you're interested, just continue to watch and you'll see that part of the video. So this is the front of the book, and I've just layered some. I've taken some laces that I also have from Esme. This is definitely from Esme, I believe. And this is so dainty. It's so beautiful. So that's from her too. This is from her store. See, this is a crocheted one. It's cotton. And then I added my own seam binding in here. So that is the front of the book. And let me see if I can show this without... There you go. Move that stuff over. See, I haven't cleaned up yet. Just finished. Right off the presses. Here is the first page. I'm going to open it for you. And again, this page right here on the left-hand side is made from a wedding applique with sequins and pearls, and then this is a collar piece that I cut down. There was actually pieces that went up and to the side on both sides, and I cut them. So you can see that this is a layered collared piece, and this is a very delicate piece of applique. Esme has this in her store from time to time, and so if you see it, I definitely would say you should have a piece. Now, you notice that there's empty space in here, and again, I didn't want to take away from the pages. So, excuse me. So this page here has the first image of a cherub, and it is a cherub sitting in a moon. And so I have some gold trim here that has little beads on it that outline the moon here. And as I said, this is on sticky back canvas. I printed it out from my laser printer. Underneath it, as the base of the page, is a doily that Esme gave me. And it is also going to the back of the page too. It folds up underneath. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. And then I used a lot of laces and trims from her store. This is definitely lace from her store. I have this little tutu trim. Esme also sells it in her store, but this is from my stash. And then I have this little rosette here, a pearl bling. I think this was a ring. And then some more applique down here that I laid around the moon. And then stacked some crocheted doilies in gold and cream and put some resin roses on here. And these are from my stash. So that is the first page of the book. When you turn it over, on the left-hand side is another, see, here's that doily, crocheted doily that came from, I guess, a tablecloth. And then I have another image here that I printed out onto canvas and layered with some of the gold trim that Esme sells. This is again from her store. It's got a velvet ribbon that's running in and out of the gold braid. And then this is actually pieces of lace that I cut up and put in a cluster. And then I took some more lace that I had a scrap of and created a little flower, layered flower. And then this is a pearl with beaded leaves from my stash. Okay. On this side, and so this side is really plain on purpose because I didn't want it to compete with this side. And you can see this side is really, I think it turned out beautifully. This image here is a set of cherubs that are sitting inside of a seashell. So if you were to look really closely, you could see the edges of the seashell, and I just fussy cut it around. And then I layered, this is again, this lace right here that goes around it was the collar that I cut up. And then I layered it with more of that tutu trim. And this lace here, this is beautiful lace from Esme's shop. And this bling here I had in my stash. I have been waiting to use this bling for the longest time. When I bought it, I had no idea how I was going to use it. But the colors that are in this trim are both gold, and then you have all these different flowers in it. And it's just a beautiful image with it because it has the grass around the cherubs, and there's water, and they're sitting in a branch of a tree. And then I just used, again, the gold lace that Esme sells to kind of finish off the sides. And then this trim down the middle here, this is also from her store. It's very unique. It's got little tulle underneath each of the little round circles, and I just used it down the binding. And then I have some gathered lace up here. So that is the, I don't know, am I on the third page? This page right here is just one continuous sort of theme. And so I just took some vintage lace that I have. I've been kind of hoarding this because it was a big piece that I had cut down. And so I stretched it across this. And it wasn't evenly put on here. You can see this huge bunch right here. And that was just to give it texture. I purposely didn't cut it straight. If you look at the top, it's kind of edgy and, you know, not really straight. And I just like the way that having the folds in it like this makes it look so shabby. These little flowers here, these are from her store. They come as a long, you know, piece, and you can just cut each one individually, or you can use the whole string of flowers. And then I just put some half-back pearls in the centers of each one. This is some crochet doilies that I've had in my stash, and there's another one of those flowers. And then you can see this lace that I cut apart. There's actually yellow centers in these little flowers, but I covered them up with some of the little resin flowers. You can see them kind of peeking through. I just thought it was cute. And then there's some of this sequin trim all around. Also, you can see it all the way around the edging. It doesn't go all the way across. It's just in certain places on the pages. And then this ribbon lace, it's beautiful. It is also from Esme's shop. And then I just used some pearl trim that I had in my stash. Now, this side of the page is, I believe this is a gift from Esme. It's kind of like a handkerchief looking thing. It actually doesn't unfold. It's just made this way. And I just love the way that it looked at the edge of this image here that I printed onto canvas. And there you can see the little cherub, and even inside of the shells there's little cherubs in here. I think it's a advertisement, so I just, you know, kind of played off of that. And then the last page I have of the book, and you can see my book is very different from Tisha's, but you know, again, it's your style, and it should be your style, you know, not a copy of somebody else's. So I took some of the images that I wanted to use initially for her book, and, you know, I printed them so that she could have her own. Now, let me show you an example. I created this little, it's a little clothespin underneath there, so they're clipped together. But this is the back of the canvas. So this is canvas fabric that is on sticky paper, it's got sticky adhesive behind it. So you can just peel this apart. You run this through your inkjet printer. You can't put this through laser because it won't withstand the heat. And you can print color images to it and then just cut them out. And I used a word processing software to insert the images so that I could get, you know, a full sheet of them, or use the sheet to, you know, the best possible way, instead of wasting all of the, you know, the sides and everything. So I printed as many as I could to one sheet. And so, of course, I have extras that I didn't use in my book because we agreed that we would do like, you know, a few pages, 3 to 4 pages, but we both kind of exceeded that. So I created a pocket back here. This is more lace that I have. It's vintage lace that I've had in my stash for a long time. And you can see this kind of got like a wreath look here. There's another one of these appliques. This lace here at the top, and this one here, and actually that one behind it, are all from Esme's store. And I repeated it down here at the bottom, but again, used some of that trim that she does carry. This, I don't know if she has anymore. You know, the stuff in her store goes really fast, so I've been stockpiling stuff to make this book for a while. Not that I didn't have lace, but I wanted to feel like I could, you know, just go in my stash and like do whatever I wanted to. So here in this corner of the page, this piece right here that I'm running my hands over that has the pearls, This is the edge of the collar from the front of the book. I cut it, and then what I did was I noticed that if I put the two corners together, it makes a little heart here. And I can't get rid of it because look at all the pearls that are sewn on here. And then I reused this lace again on the book. And I just love the way that this lace looks. It's so cute. And then here's some pleated trim with some pearls already in it. I had that in my stash. And then I just took this trim here and kind of ran a bead of glue and then scrunched it up to make this little, you know, pleated area. Here is a half of a crocheted doily, and then I created this flower from scraps here with some, you know, different elements, and kind of put it as the focal point for these angels here, or these cherubs. So that is my lace book, and I hope, Tisha, that you enjoy the book that I made for you, and this is kind of what you had in mind, or maybe not. I don't know if you could have guessed what I was going to do, but we've swapped a couple of times, so you know what my style is already. But I really have been looking forward to creating one of these for a very long time. I knew it would take a while, and I also knew it would take a lot of lace because depending on how big you make your book, you know, you will use a lot of different laces. It's good to have a variety of laces. And notice too that when my book is closed, it lies flat. It's created its own, the way that I've sewn it, it's created its own, what do you call this, binding, where it's, you know, it's flat. It's not like a folded piece of paper, you know. And I left room purposely with the gusset here. And I show you that in the next part of the video. I show you how I did this, or, you know, what it looks like raw without all the lace on it. So that is my book, and I really enjoyed creating this for Tisha. And Esme, I also hope you love this for the store. Hopefully others will get some inspiration from this, and, you know, buy some lace and make a book, because it's a lot of fun. And it doesn't have to be this big. It can be a lot smaller. I just say, you know, go with what you know and with what you're comfortable with. Okay? Talk to you later, guys. Bye now. Hey, guys. So this is a somewhat of a process video for my lace book that I put together for Tisha. And we are doing a swap, as you know. My book is 9 by 7. 9 by 7? 9 by... Yes, 9 by 7 approximately. It's made from muslin that I got from Tuesday Morning, and then sandwiched in between the 2 layers of muslin, I've sewn some felt in there. And that's just more for stability. I could have used interfacing, but I really didn't want to. I wanted this to be kind of soft and pliable. And then I also I've sewn the base together. I had taken the fabric and cut 3 pages and a cover, and then also cut some like an accordion style gusset, so that there will be about 1/4 of an inch in between each of the pages, and as well in between the back cover and the last page, and the front cover and the last page. That is because when I plan to decorate this with the laces, I want there to be spaces in between the pages, so that the book itself, you know, when it's closed, it lies flat. And nothing is more irritating to me than a book that doesn't lie flat, or is kind of like that when it's, you know, sitting, you know, still sitting closed. I don't like that. So that's why I put the gussets in there. The other thing I have done is I printed the images that I downloaded off of the Graphics Fairy. These are royalty-free graphics, probably before trademarks were ever around. So these are a couple of the images I printed out onto the Ranger sticky back canvas. I think it was from Claudine Helmuth. And I had bought a couple of those packages from Tuesday Morning. So here's one of the images that I have cut out. and I'll be using this on my lace book. So yeah, that is what I have planned for now. You're going to notice that there's a couple of different images that I use, and hopefully I will get to show you, well, I will show you the final project first, obviously, because this is going to be tacked on to the end of the finished product. And I hope this helps. The reason why I did the size of the book the way it is because I was given a very large doily. I guess it's like a tablecloth or something from Esme, and I decided I wanted to use it for my pages. So if you look at this, the measurement of the doily is to the size of the pages, and that was on purpose. That's the reason why my book is the way it is. So yeah, that's it so far, and just a little peek into how I went about constructing it. I know that my pages are not perfect and my sewing is not perfect, but you're not going to be able to see that anyway. Well, even if you can, this is supposed to be a shabby lace book anyway, so it's not supposed to be like all, you know, exactly perfect, I don't think. And it's my book anyway, so hopefully Tisha still does like it. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching. Bye!